So halfway through with my Appalachian Trail through hike, I just did a gear review. Now I'm going to do what clothes I carry. All of it goes inside my stuff sack there, including my pillow fits in there too. So starting out for what I wear when I hike, I've got these cheap Magellan zip-off like pants. I burned a hole in them at Kale Gap. They're still going strong. I've had these since the very start. I wear them every day. It's what I hike in. I bought them at Academy for like 10 bucks one winter. So they've held up like a champ. I've got a merino wool t-shirt. Merino wool works great. I would highly recommend it. It keeps the stink down. You can just wear this thing for a week and you will not stink. As opposed to synthetics like that shirt over there, that will make you stink in 3 days, like an old musky gym sack. But anyway, underwear. This is what I used to go commando. But I found that when it got warmer, I needed support with my business. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go out and buy some underwear. I went out and bought these Patagonia, which were way too expensive at the outfitter, but they do the job, and they're treated with something. They don't seem to stink too bad. I'm a pretty clean dude, so I'm not too funky. But they generally they don't get stinky. Like I've had other problems with synthetic underwear before, where they got funky, and even when they shouldn't have got funky, you know, they just I don't know. But these Patagonias, they're treated with something. They get wet, sweat, dry out, you know, all the stuff, and at the end of the day, after they dry out, they retain no smell. Really nice. Socks, got darn toughs. I had 2 pair. I wore one of them thin, sent them home. I'm gonna get them replaced, you know, because they have a warranty on them. But for the time being, I went out and bought these .6 socks. I'm not real happy with them. These don't stink. Like they just don't get funky. But these get funky quick. I've had these get wet after they were laundered, get wet, sit on the back of my pack, and then to dry out, and they like get a funk to them. So I don't know what the deal is. Cascadia, Brooks Cascadia 9s. They don't make these anymore. They make the 10s. I had a pair of 10s, but they're junk because where the toe flexes, it wears out the mesh, and then within 150 miles you get holes here, and then eventually it creeps over and you've got a big slit going across your shoe in both of them. Horrible design. I can't believe they didn't research that. But I've got to find new shoes because these, as you can tell, have big holes in them, and it's about time to get done. Tread, but these have 800 miles on them, man. I can't complain. You know, tread's almost gone up on the front on both of them, and I've got big holes in them, but 800 miles, man. Great shoes. Handled great. When I'm in town, I wear some synthetic drawers, like what I've got on here. These are just some, you know, some soccer shorts or whatever. And then I've got this synthetic shirt. Ow, I just stubbed my damn toe. Son of a bitch. Okay, we're back. Anyway, alright, so I wouldn't wear this to hike in, and I have before on like 4 or 5 day hikes, but you get to stinking so bad because of the synthetics. Like this synthetic here, I've got a pair of Appalachian 3 that I haven't sent home yet. After I sent home all my winter stuff, I kept this just in case it got cold, and it has a few times. But this is treated with something and doesn't really get stinky. This non-treated stuff, oh my, you will smell so bad after 4 or 5 days of sweat and wetness. But not the problem with the merino wool. Works like a champ. I've still had this wool buff that I've kept because in case it got cold when I sent all my winter stuff home. And then I still have my beanie, which I didn't send. I just kind of held on to it. And then I've got my Plasmic super light whatever mountain hardware jacket. This is an excellent, great jacket. I've got no beefs about that. But that's basically everything I wear. I've got leftover cold gear stuff that's going to go home here pretty soon. And then I've got what I wear during the day, 2 pairs of socks, and then what I wear at night. And that's basically everything I wear. So pretty soon, this will go home. I'm about to get an umbrella, so this may go home. I don't know, I may hold on to it, and then this and this are going to go home. And so basically, that's all I have. 2 pairs of clothes, 2 pairs of socks, and a pair of shoes. I sleep in this, and when I do my laundry and I go to town, this is what I wear. Because that's got to get washed and super funky. Alright, adios.